Up next, the 76ers taking on the Wizards. For the 76ers, a standout first half of the season has them in first place in the East. A position they don't want to let go of. Wizards, Sixers is next. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Richardson.
The surge in his free throw percentage this month is noticeable. He's looked a lot more comfortable at the line. Part of his job now should be attacking the D, going head-on, drawing fouls, and trying to ride this hot streak.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Joel Embiid and the Sixers have been through a lot in the last 5 years. At the beginning, there were so many losses on and off the court. But trust the process became a mantra, one that Embiid embraced. He said, "I think a lot about what I went through, how it prepared me to be a better man. I really feel like I'm the process, and the process is about me." Kevin, the process has turned out quite well.
Thank you, David. Well, every year, Doris, despite the expert predictions, there are always big surprises, some things that come out of the blue, or they're fun to watch.
We tend to use that word expert lightly because you never know, despite collections of talent, who's going to work well together, who develops their chemistries, what injuries play a part in a particular season. Are there mid-season trades that sort of maybe change the chemistry and the makeup of a particular roster? So listen, predictions, take them with a grain of salt. You never know how an NBA season might play out.
And that's why we love the regular season so much. Long, yes, but so many different twists and turns along the way.
No doubt.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with Wagner. And it's Bryant in at the 5. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the 3 slot. Wall's shot is good.
This is John Wall's comfort zone right here. Excellent rate of success from the mid-range.
Richardson outside. Harris outside. Clock at 6. Over Bryant. And the basket by Harris.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Wall against Simmons. Bryant looking over the floor. Pass to Beal. Here's Wagner, guarded by Harris, and he gets the bucket. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Embiid. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on John Wall.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
First trip to the line for him here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
2 shots.
That's good from Simmons.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Here's Hachimura. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
And here is Simmons. There's the pass to Richardson. Over Beal. Here's Embiid. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Simmons against Wall. Outside, Beal. 11 feet away, and he hits the jumper for 2.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
The 76ers trail by 3. On the wing, Harris. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time they met was in Washington.
How about the shooting percentage, though? In the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know.
I think indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Wagner passes to Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Richardson. Beal with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. Simmons against Wall. Kicks it out to Richardson. Clock at 6. Down low, Harris. Lays it up off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Wall passes to Bryant. Wide open shot is on the money. The 76ers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Simmons passes to Embiid. Here's Harris. Defended by Bryant. Top of the key. Harris, good. Harris has got his 3rd basket of the night. The Wizards have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Now here's Wall. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
You know, the amazing thing to me is as much as Bradley Beal has turned into a complete player, for a guy who entered as simply a jump shooter, I think there's even another level he can get to.
The first one falls. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
You know, one of the biggest issues for the Wizards, obviously, has been their defense. I think part of that comes from not having the kind of rim protectors you need. They haven't been able to stay healthy there. But I think a bigger portion, guys, is simply a lack of effort.
Richardson attacking. Here's Embiid. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
What's up?
And Embiid, no good on that one. And the lack of effort on defense, Doris, it's been a big problem in Washington.
Well, it's resulted, Kevin, in the team being second to last in points allowed last season. I don't think there's enough urgency and pressure from any position. And it also shows up in their rebounding numbers, Kev. There's a lot of things to be addressed here.
And here are the 76ers now, following the bucket by the Wizards. Pass to Hachimura. Beal deciding where to go with it. From downtown, that's good. And so Wall with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Bradley Beal.
Never a second thought from Bradley Beal. The rise and fire and the catch and shoot. Yes, sir, that's my game.
Harris outside. And Wagner pulls it down. Washington leading now by 4. And it's Beal in the corner. Over Richardson. Another one falls for Washington.
Good defense, better offense. Beal is unfazed.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Richardson against Beal. Here's Thibault. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Feeds it to Bryant. Embiid with the steal. Outside, Simmons. Here's Thibault. Nailed from three-point land.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Wizards leading by 3. Smith scanning the floor. Passes it to Mahimi. Robinson against Smith. Pass to Bertans. The Wizards need to get a shot off here over Horford. Bertans' shot is good. And the Wizards lead by 5. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Now, here's Napier. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. There's the pass to Bonga. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Philadelphia shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. And it's blocked, but they recover it. At the elbow, it's Simmons. And there's the pass to Horford. The 76ers need to get off a shot. No good from Simmons. And so Napier will bring it up for Washington. Leading by 5. Here's Bunga, and it's blocked by Scott, and he gets it back. Bertans with the ball. Embiid's there. Bertans kicks to Smith. Beyond the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Robinson, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Now, here is Smith. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto. Bertans kicks to Smith. Offline with his 3. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his first foul. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Robinson passes to Simmons. Back to Robinson. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Shoots it. Offensive rebound. Horford, good. Horford's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
1:51 left to play here in the first. Here's Mahinmi. The Wizards with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Scott. A new 14 for the 76ers. Doubled by Smith. Here's Scott. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Mahinmi kicks to Napier. Pass to Bunga. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Napier. Can they get it? Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here is Robinson. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Wizards trail by 3. Napier with it. Smith on the wing, guarded by Robinson. Pass to Bertans. Over Horford. Mahinmi trying to get open. Bertans can't get it to go. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Pushing it up. And O'Quinn sends it back.
Well, just such an active presence on the defensive end. Kyle O'Quinn, get that weak stuff out of here.
Here's Napier. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Napier's got 5 now.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
Simmons. Off the left rim and out. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Here's Bertans. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers ahead. They're up by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit, he adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Shot is out there with Horford. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2 spot. Shot's good by Simmons. He's got 5.
I think Simmons' understanding of the game is off the charts. He has a great feel and awareness on the court.
Now here is Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Out left to the wing. Here's Bertans for 3. Simmons pulls it in.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
Now Napier. He has 5. Misses the step-back jump shot. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside for Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter. And Doris for Brooks, he'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
Here's Napier after Ben Simmons' bucket. And the basket is good. Napier's got 7 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
First one falls for him. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league, who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Now here's Wall. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting two-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
And the first one drops. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
And both free throws good for Beal. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Harris. Drops one in from the wing. Harris has got the lead up to 3 now for Philadelphia.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Wall against Richardson. Right side, Beal fires from deep. The Wizards with another miss.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the pass to Richardson. And here is Harris. Pass to Korkmaz. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Richardson. But they'll get another chance. Harris. It's tipped.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Korkmaz, no good. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Raptors in Toronto. And finished off by Beal.
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense.
Here's Thibault. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Richardson outside. And it's sent back by Bryant. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Embiid, he's checked in for Al Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Harris. That one doesn't go. And the Wizards now going the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And they did a super job of getting those extra opportunities. Offensive rebounds, 50-50 balls. Those possessions I felt like were key.
The shot by Bryant, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Korkmaz. Another miss by Philadelphia. Washington's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And the slam dunk by Wall.
That is what we mean by the fast twitch athlete. John Wall explodes to the rack.
Here's Korkmaz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks it to Richardson. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Passes it to Wall. Now here's Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Here's Wagner. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wagner's got his second basket.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Richardson the pass to Harris. Baseline jumper. They get the rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
No good on the free throw. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Philadelphia. He hits the second from the line. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that Supermax contract he signed.
For Washington, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And that one falls for John Wall. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract, Greg, comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
And so Wall nails both of them.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Thibault. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by the Wizards. Bryant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got the lead up to 6 now for Washington.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
Here's Richardson. Pass to Thibault. Harris, right side. Clock at 6. Now the pass to Thibault. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
You look at Simmons. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Top of the key, Harris. Trains the three-pointer. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Wall against Richardson. Outside, Beal. And it's blocked. Here's Wagner. Another shot. He lays it in. Wagner's got 6 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Richardson the pass to Thibault. Here's Harris. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Wagner. And here's Wall outside. Good work defensively by Richardson. The 76ers trail by 5. Thibault the pass to Embiid. Richardson outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Here's Richardson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. On the wing, Harris. And no good. Nice D from Bryant. Wizards leading by 7. The drive by Beal. And that one drops for him. Beal's got 19 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Richardson against Wall. Richardson, good.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Washington calls timeout. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Grady's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Washington Wizards. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And, well, for Washington, they've been stuck in a rut the entire season. We talk about teams maximizing their potential. Well, the opposite's been the case with this group.
I think, Greg, for them, it's obviously been very disappointing. And I get the sense it's starting to weigh on them night in and night out.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
The 76ers trail by 9. O'Quinn the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
Now here's Napier. He has 7 to the paint. Stolen by O'Quinn. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Scott off with the layup.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
That one drops for him. Smith's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
.103 left in the first half. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Simmons on the wing. Napier covering. And Simmons kicks to O'Quinn. Just 5 on the clock. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, that right there is a great example. O'Quinn has got great hands, so he can step out or bang inside with the best of them.
Now, here's Mahinmi. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Passes it to Smith from deep. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
The 76ers trail by 10. The kick out to Scott from past the arc. Offensive rebound. Goes back up, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The 76ers have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. That's a 2 from Smith. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been good.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Bradley Beal had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Give it up for Bradley Beal. He's been awesome. Physical tool, 6'5", good athlete, terrific touch on the jumper. Scary thing, he's only getting better.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
So it's Philadelphia now. 9-point game. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Wagner out there with Hachimura. And it's Bryant in at the 5 spot. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Unable to get that one. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Philadelphia has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Richardson dishes to Harris. Can't connect from short range.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Simmons following the basket by John Wall. Pass to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Tipped away. Left side, Beal. Lob pass to Bryant.
Some shooters will get tunnel vision, but Beal with a nice unselfish play there.
The 76ers trail by 13. Richardson the pass to Embiid. Richardson against Beal. There's the lob to the hoop. Simmons finds Embiid, and it's sent back by Bryant. And he's able to get it back. And Embiid throws it down. Washington leading now by 11. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Wall passes to Beal. Here's Wagner. Back to Beal. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Hachimura, no good. 76ers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. And here is Simmons, 11 points in the game. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 8 rebounds in this game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Richardson with the second effort. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Embiid.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Wagner can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Richardson, good. Wizards leading by 7. Now here's Wall. He's got 8 and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Simmons. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And Simmons is so deft with the floater, freezing the D completely.
Wall passes to Bryant. It's over Embiid. And again, Washington no good.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
The Wizards haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 10. Richardson against Beal. Richardson, no luck.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Well, the athleticism and ferocity with which John Wall plays the point guard position. And you add that to the frame he brings to the table, and look out.
And the second free throw, good. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Thibault. Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A few opportunities so far at the free throw line. He's made 1, he's missed 2.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
And the first one at the line is good. And Embiid drops them both. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 2nd in assists, 12th in shooting percentage. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader.
Every season you see Bradley Beal add an element to his game. This guy is a tenacious, versatile scorer.
The 76ers trail by 11. Simmons with it. He's got 13. Harris looking it over. Shot clock at 6. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound, Washington.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Thibault. Bryant trying to free himself up. Here's Embiid. Some solid defense from Bryant. Wizards leading by 13. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 8 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Thibault after the basket by Washington. And it's blocked. Now Wall. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Wagner. Bank shot, no good.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's one he normally converts.
Here's Hachimura, guarded by Harris. Here's Beal, pass to Wagner. It's hauled in by Richard. The 76ers trail by 15. He tries for 3, and that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got his second basket of the game. And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Wagner passes to Wall. And Embiid with the block. Harris up top. Rebound by the Wizards. Wagner's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Simmons slams it in.
Just phenomenal timing from Simmons, leaving the ground once the pass was released and tearing that bucket apart.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. These players have excelled at setting up their teammates this month. The 2K leaderboard shows us the recent assist leaders. Ben Simmons, number 1.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
And here's Napier. He has 7. The Wizards with another miss.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
The 76ers trail by 10. Simmons dishes to Richardson. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Washington leading now by 10. Napier feeling it out a bit. To the inside. And stolen by Simmons. And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Simmons on the wing. Over Napier. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got 4 assists now tonight. Now here's Napier. Not a lot of room. Smith outside. Passes to Mahinmi. Now Bertans. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 11. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Outside, Scott. He dishes it to Horford. Richardson with it. Now Smith defending. Richardson the pass to O'Quinn. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
And here are the 76ers now. Here's Pertinas, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And they are looking at a ton of road games in the next stretch, but this team shouldn't fear the idea of it. They've been more than capable of getting wins on the road, and I wouldn't expect anything less on this trip.
That one falls for Bertans. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 8 here in the quarter.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring.
Now here's Napier. 7 points in the game. Richardson against Smith. Here's Bertans. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night. So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 10-point game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
The 76ers have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. That's good from Richardson. And Richardson drops them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now here's Napier. Guarded by Simmons. Mahimi kicks to Napier. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bunga, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
And that one drops. 8 points for Josh Richardson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Smith. He's got 7. 1:44 left to play in the 3rd. A 3 ball. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Now here's Richardson. He's got 8. Pass to Simmons. Over Napier. No good from Simmons. Wizards leading by 6. Out to Smith. Jacks up a 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. Smith's got 10.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the 3-pointer by Washington, and it's Simmons penetrating. Oh, Quinn can't hit. And so Napier will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Horford has a wide open look, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
This is how Al Horford has adjusted to make himself a modern NBA big. In rhythm, off the catch, beautiful.
Now here's Napier. 7 points in the game. Mahimi with it. Back to Napier. Lets the 3 fly. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Scott. And here's Simmons for three. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
Guys, every game we talk about doing your job, right? You guys are doing your job. That's what we're doing. We're not doing anything special other than doing your job. Every time down the court, do your job.
And Brooks loves seeing his guys come together.
I mean, Coach recognizes the effort level as well. His guys are doing exactly what he's asking for.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Horford, and it's Scott in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Oh, you can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Smith dishes to Napier. Left side, Bryant. Back to Napier. Over Simmons. And it's Napier missing. The 76ers trail by 5. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Richardson against Smith. It's stolen by Smith. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris has checked in. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Now, here's Richardson. And yes, it's good.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Now, here's Napier. D right on him. The pass to Hachimura. And here is Bertans. Defended by Scott. Bertans' shot is good.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
To the wing right side. Here's Horford. Nice D from Bryant.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Wagner, he's checked in for Washington. John Wall comes in for Shabazz Napier. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says. And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
It's good. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Ball against Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Clock at 6. Here's Thibault, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's Beal on the wing. Richardson cover. Wagner can't hit. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Now here's Simmons. It's stolen by Bryant. Richardson against Beal. Here's Bryant. Pass to Wagner. Fade away. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Harris finds Richardson. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 6 assists in the game.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Passes it to Hachimura. Off target with his 3. The 76ers trail by 5. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Richardson against Beal. Outside, Simmons. Here's Embiid. He gets that one.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Richardson against Beal. Over to the left wing. Hachimura the pass to Bryant. That one's good from the corner. And the Wizards lead by 5.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Simmons. Harris outside. Looking to get it going, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
He's off on the second.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
5 to shoot. Simmons passes to Embiid. Count the basket. Embiid's got 10 points here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Beal. Here's Wagner. Richardson covering. Wagner passes to Beal. Kicks to Bryant. No good that time. Good D by Embiid.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Richardson, following the basket by John Wall. Simmons inside, covered by Wall. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 2 as they get the bucket from Simmons. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Wizards. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The pass to Hachimura. Bryant against Embiid. And Bryant kicks to Beal. No good on the 3. The 76ers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. And that one's good. Thibault. Here's Beal. Outside, Wall. Bryant trying to free himself up. Wall, no luck. Philadelphia shooting not great, 40% for the game. Richardson against Bryant. Embiid wide open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Washington's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. That one falls. And that's now 26 points for Bradley Beal.
Boy, that is just tremendous concentration from Bradley Beal. Defense all over him, no problem.
76ers trailing. Now Simmons. Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris. Rebounded by the Wizards. Wagner's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Philadelphia with the ball. Here's Thibault. And the 3 off target.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Wall. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Find the lane. One shot.
Here's Simmons. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Bradley Beal.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the 3, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Thibault. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
first free throw is good.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Wizards leading by 5. Outside, Wall. Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Harris.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Richardson. Takes the 13-footer. He doesn't hit that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Beal, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Free throw, no good for Beal.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Richardson gets a wide open look. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Wall looking it over. Pass to Wagner. It's Beal on the wing. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Richardson. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the left side wing. Wall draws the double, passes it to Hachimura. Wall against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Beal against Richardson. Outside, Wall fires the 3, sinks the triple. Wall's got 8 here in the quarter.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
He lobs it up, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. No good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he can't get either to fall. The 76ers trail by 6. Outside, Simmons. A second chance effort, and it's sent back by Bryant. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. It's stolen by Bryant. Wagner passes to Beal. Pass to Hachimura. 54 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And the 76ers call time here. They trail by 7. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris, right side. Rebound, Washington.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
The kick out to Bryant. And there's the pass to Wagner. Back to Bryant. Lets it go from 11. Not going to go that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, Greg, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Here's Hachimura. Now here's Wall. And so it's the Wizards with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. With John Wall. John, do you think this team has reached its potential, or is there still room to grow?
We can go to a high level. You know, we still can get better defensively. Offensively, our efficiency is not there yet. You know, we still getting used to playing with others. We got a lot of room for improvement.
That's good news for Wizards fans, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.